Introduction. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan SSA is Government of India's flagship program for achievement of universalization of elementary education UEE in a time-bound manner as mandated by 86th Amendment to the Constitution of India, making free and compulsory education to the children of 6 to 14 years age group a fundamental right. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan is being implemented in partnership with state governments to cover the entire country and address the needs of 192 million children in 1.1 million habitations. The program seeks to open new schools in those habitations which do not have schooling facilities and strengthen existing school infrastructure through provision of additional classrooms, toilets, drinking water, maintenance grant and school improvement grants. Existing schools with inadequate teacher strength are provided with additional teachers, while the capacity of existing teachers is being strengthened by extensive training, grants for developing teaching, learning materials and strengthening of the academic support structure at a cluster, block and district level. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan seeks to provide quality elementary education including life skills. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan has special focus on girls' education and children with special needs. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan also seeks to provide computer education to bridge the digital divide. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. According to Article 45 of the Indian Constitution, all the children between 6 to 14 years of age should be given compulsory education. By stressing on this fact, the government started the scheme of Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. This scheme is different from the other policies of education. Through this scheme, quality improvement will be made in the basic education in the whole country. This scheme provides special facility to children to develop their abilities, qualities and interests. This scheme is developing so that constitutional responsibilities may be fulfilled by seeking the help of community. This is a time-bound program according to which by the year 2010, all the people of this country will be provided elementary education. Justice on economic and social field and local bodies, school committee, urban and rural level, etc. is given importance. To make Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan successful, it is necessary to provide economic help. Thus, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan is a time-bound program which arranges free and compulsory education to all the children between age group 6 to 14 years. Features of Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. Universalization of elementary of education. This program is a great determination for universalization of elementary education. Quality education. At the very demand of education, quality education will be provided in the whole country so that the mental level of children could be raised. Effective involvement of local bodies. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan engages the local bodies' effective involvement. This gives importance to the units of Panchayati Raj institutions, rural and urban level committees, school committees, parents, teachers institution and other local level committees. Center and states cooperation. Under the supervision of center, state and local level government, the feelings of cooperation should be established so that this program could meet its targets soon. Social justice. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan is determined at social level so that people are given social justice without any bias on caste, creed and religion and any other distinction. National unity. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan is an effort to establish national integration. Development of states' own vision. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan gives rights to all the states of the country so that they can develop education. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan and qualitative reforms. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan scheme was applied in 2001. Under this scheme, quality improvement was made in middle education. The detailed description of improvement is as follows: research, evaluation, or supervision. To bring about qualitative improvement, the mid-level research, evaluation, supervision has been made effective. The ways by which this qualitative improvement is to be brought are also decided. Besides this, the monitoring of grants makes sure whether they are being used for the desired purpose or not. The research work is also encouraged to bring about improvement for this purpose. The grants are issued at block level and cluster level under Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. Education for different groups. Under this scheme, special schools for different groups such as SC/ST and particularly girls of those groups have been established so that the children belonging to these groups may easily reach the school and get education. Computer education. Realizing the importance of technical education, special provisions have been made for computer or education for children of mid-level. In present time, free computers are provided to schools under ICT project so that the future generation may learn the use of computers. The government has also planned to bring about computer education at primary level also, which will surely be a positive step. Education for out-of-school children. To bring about qualitative improvement at the mid level, special schools, alternative schools, and alternative and innovative education is being provided for out-of-school children under Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. Establishment of new schools. Under Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, there is a provision for establishing new schools to raise the quality of education at the mid level. The scheme ensures establishment of Education Guarantee Scheme (EGS) center in those areas where establishment of schools is not possible. Besides this, opening of schools in backward area has also been ensured. Training of community leaders. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan scheme nurtures the communal brotherhood. Under the scheme, Rural Education Development Committee have been formed, which is responsible to raise the qualitative level of education. The scheme makes provisions for their training also. From every village, at least 8 persons will be given training for 2 days, and the women will be given preference. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan and quantitative reforms. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan strengthens not only the qualitative level of middle education, but also tries to improve the quantitative side. Under the scheme, following measures have been taken to raise the quantitative level. Classrooms. With the motive of providing basic facilities to the middle schools, arrangements have been made for providing classrooms. According to the guidelines of NPE 1986, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan also lays down the condition of providing a separate room for every class and an office for the head of the school at mid-level. The scheme has been implemented throughout the country, due to which the schools of middle status got the rooms as per their requirement. Facilities for children. Under the scheme, provisions for classrooms and toilets have been made. The scheme gives a grant of rupees 1,70,000 for rooms and rupees 35,000 for water and toilet arrangements. The effort has helped to retain the number of students enrolled in the schools. Block and Cluster Resource Center. To strengthen the quantitative side, resource centers have been established at block and cluster level. For the supervision of work at block level, block resource persons, and at the cluster level, cluster resource persons have been appointed. The report of the entire work is sent to higher authorities through these persons only. Major central interventions and their integrations with Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. Operation Blackboard. Under National Policy of Education 1986, a scheme named Operation Blackboard was started to fulfill the basic needs of elementary schools. This scheme was limited to basic needs. However, under Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, the present structure has been expanded. Under Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, it has been made sure that when Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan scheme is put into action, no new appointment of teachers will be there under Operation Blackboard. The teachers appointed under Blackboard operation till date will be paid as per the 9th 5-year plan. Besides this, the basic needs of the schools will be fulfilled through Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan itself. Strengthening the teacher education. Under Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, teacher education will be strengthened and it will include new appointments of teachers also. After the completion of 9th 5-year plan, the whole teacher education program will be under Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. The DIETs, District Institutes of Education and Training, at the district level will give proper guidance. Apart from this, SCERTs at state level will be inspired to give proper attention to teacher education. Education guarantee scheme and other type of education. Realizing the rigidity of non-formal education, government has tried to make it flexible and to implement it in different states. Targeting the universalization of elementary education, Education Guarantee School, Balika Shiksha Shivir have been established under EGS and other schemes through Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. Mahila Samyakya. It has been proved that under Mahila Samyakya program, great progress has been achieved in the field of women education. Keeping women education in mind, great emphasis has been put on the middle education of girls. All such efforts to strengthen women education are being made under Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. Midday meal. To make sure all the students who have been enrolled definitely attend the school, midday meal scheme has been started. The scheme will fulfill two purposes. The first reason is that students will surely attend the school, and the second reason is that students will get nutritious food. Janshala program. Janshala program has been started with the joint efforts of UNO agencies like UNDP, UNICEF, UNESCO, ILO, UNFPA and Government of India. This program has played a vital role in the universalization of elementary education. Janashala is a group-based primary education program which aims at strengthening middle education and making it more effective. Emphasis has been laid on the education of weaker section girls, SC/ST and HC. This Janashala program will also work under Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan at the district level. As we know, education is an essential human virtue. Man becomes man through education. Here is what education makes him. It has been rightly said that without education, man is a splendid slave, reasoning savage. Education teaches what man lives and struggles for. It cultivates an integrated life. By so doing, it gives significance of life. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan proves significant step towards achieving the long-cherished goal of universalization of elementary education through a time-bound integrated approach in partnership with the states. The Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan is an effort to improve the performance of the school system and provide community-owned quality elementary education in the mission mode. It also emphasizes bridging of gender and social disparities of elementary level of education. Inclusive education in Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan SSA was launched to achieve the goal of universalization of elementary education. This adopts a zero rejection policy and uses an approach of converging various schemes and programs. Three important aspects of universalization of elementary education are access, enrollment, and retention of all children in 6 to 14 years of age. A zero rejection policy has been adopted under Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, which ensures that every children with special needs CWSN, irrespective of the kind, category and degree of disability, is provided meaningful and quality education. It covers the following components under education for children with special needs. They are early detection and identification, functional and formal assessment, educational placement, aids and appliances, support services, teacher training, resource support, individual educational plan IEP, parental training and community mobilization, planning and management, strengthening of special schools, removal of architectural barriers, research, monitoring and evaluation, girls with disabilities. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan provides up to Rs 1,200 per child for integration of disabled children as per specific proposals per year. The interventions under Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan for inclusive education are identification, functional and formal assessment, appropriate educational placement, preparation of individualized educational plan, provision of aids and teacher appliances, teacher training, resource support, removal of architectural barriers, monitoring and evaluation, and a special focus on girls with special needs. Residential bridge courses for CWSN with the main objective of preparing CWSN for schools, thereby ensuring better quality inclusions for them. Facilities for home-based education for children with severe and profound disabilities are provided with the objective of either preparing CWSN for schools or for life by imparting to them basic life skills. Identification and enrollment. Household surveys and special surveys have been conducted by all the states to identify CWSN. 3,038,000 CWSN have been identified in 33 states and union territories. 20,000 to 30,000 CWSN, 66.84% of those identified are enrolled in schools. Further, 88,009 CWSN are being covered through EGS and AIE in 15 states and 77,083 CWSN are being provided homebound education in 19 states. In all, 72.27% of the identified CWSN in 2006 to 2007 have been covered through various strategies. Barrier-free access. Making schools barrier-free to access for CWSN is incorporated in the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan framework. All new schools to be barrier-free in order to improve access for CWSN is incorporated in the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan framework. 4.44 thousand schools have ramps for CWSN. Focus is now on improving quality monitoring of services provided to and retaining CWSN in school. Simulation Park. In Tamil Nadu, to facilitate inclusion, local schools has been involved in building low-cost simulation park by using local low-cost material, which can be used by all children. The main aim of this simulation park is to give CWSN and their peers a chance to be able to experience various kinds of play equipment jointly. Since this playground is for the benefit of both disabled and able-bodied children, each BRC in the state has this playground at a low cost. The play equipment can be designed depending on the child's abilities. The funding pattern of Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan has been modified in a tapering off ratio between the center and the states. Starting with the ratio of 65:35, in the first 2 years of the 11th plan, it will become 50 is to 50 in 2011 to 12, that is the last year of the 11th plan. The strategy will be to close the infrastructure gaps as well to improve the quality of learning in government and government aided schools in which more than 80% of our children study. Under Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, we have not only been able to improve access to 98% at primary level, but have also been able to reduce out of school children to 3 to 4% of the age group 6 to 14 age cohort. During the 10th plan, the basic infrastructure has improved through the opening of 1.87 lakh schools, appointment of 8.12 lakh teachers, construction of 1.70 lakh buildings and 7.13 lakh additional classrooms. Also, 1.72 lakh drinking water facilities and 2.18 lakh toilets have been created. Due to the efforts made under the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, access to schools has improved to 98% of habitations at primary level and 86% at upper primary level. The Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan has improved enrollment by 25 million between 2001 to 2005, thereby reducing the out of school children to 3 to 4%, hardest to reach in the 6 to 14 age group. The dropout rates at primary level are declining and that of girls is declining sharply. The gender parity has been improved from 0.81, that is in the year 2001 to 2, to 0.93 at the elementary stage of education. The transition rate from primary to upper primary, that is class 5 to 6, has improved to 83.72%. More emphasis is being given to quality under the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan as specific provision for learning enhancement program. Remedial teaching and emphasis on teacher training is being placed. In fact, 50% of the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan outlay is now going towards quality. The government has sanctioned 19.82 lakh teachers posts to various states and union territories under the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan program. Government has also requested the state governments to expedite recruitment of teachers as well as carry out the redeployment of existing teachers, a press release said. This was aimed at ensuring pupil-teacher ratio as laid down under the Right of Children to Free and Compulsory Education RTE Act 2009 in all the schools. The centre has also sanctioned an rupees 6,300 crore project to strengthen teacher education in the country in the 12th plan. The National Council of Teachers has given permissions to state governments for training of the over 5 lakh untrained teachers through distance mode. Conclusion: Indian government has taken a pioneering step in a form of providing free of cost education to every children of 6 to 14 years of age group. This program is duly named as Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, which under the 86th Amendment to the Indian Constitution is committed to serve the universalization of elementary education UEE in a specific time-bound framework. This has also been declared as the fundamental right to every citizen of India. This right to education or Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan scheme has been executed with the state government partnership in a way to cover the every portion of the country along with addressing the needs of 192 million children of 1.1 million habitations. This program is designed in a way to open most of the new school in such a backwater area that do not hold any primary educational structures. This program is also meant to facilitate the existing schools by giving hands to them for enhancing additional classrooms, drinking water, toilets, improvement grants and maintenance grants as well. The Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan program is concerned with providing appropriate number of teachers to school facing problem of teaching staff by providing extensive training to the new joining and also existing teachers and grants to enhance materials for teaching learning materials along with the strengthening of structure related to academic support at block, cluster as well as district levels. Right to Education or Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan program endows with life skills and quality elementary education. This program focuses on girls' education at priority basis along with the children's required special needs. It also offers a computer education to eliminate the digital differences from outer world.